Okay, good morning. This is part 9 of the OSFF 240 Pegasus servicing. And what I've got here on the table right now is head number 1. These things are really not all that dirty. But what I think I'm going to demonstrate here, and here's some of the other parts. They're really not dirty at all. What I'm going to do is just hand clean these things. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is drop the valves on this. So in order for me to do that, to keep the valve in position when I depress the spring, I need to put something under there that's going to hold it in place. And what I'm going to do here is, these look like they just have C-clips. Let me grab my head magnifier just in case I need it. If I do need it, my head might get in the way here, so I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. But it looks like these just have C-clip retainers. So I have a magnet, and I'm just going to use a little, it's a 15/64 open end wrench, and that is what's going to facilitate. I'd really like to turn that. Let me see if I can turn that valve so that that clip is in a different. I'd like the clip opening to be this way so I can go out this way with it, but maybe I could still do it this way. So there, I grabbed that little C-clip, and then you got to very carefully release that. Can you see that? This is why you use a C-clip to do that, or a magnet to do that. Oh, I see Sasha decided it's time to go potty. Perfect timing, baby. Now, which way is this one open? Okay, this one's open this way. Hopefully I can still do that here. See, I need to actually have it positioned so that it's opening a different way, so that I can get the wrench down there like this. Was I successful in rotating that opening? Maybe, maybe not. Let me just push down on it and see if I can get that whole thing to rotate. It's not that easy to coax that thing into rotating. So I'm going down at an angle so that the opening, there we go. And there it is. So getting it off is part of the challenge, because if you're not real careful, one of these things is going to go flying, and then you're going to have little itty bitty parts. Okay, so based on this, what I'm seeing here, this is the exhaust valve. I don't even feel any carbon buildup. It's dark. It has a different color from the combustion, but there's no residue built up on it. And I'll put intake, and hopefully you can see that with this lighting. Yeah, maybe there's a better angle there. Intake, exhaust. Now, if this had a whole bunch of crud on it, I'd probably be a lot more likely to drop the valves on all of them. I might still, but there's really not a whole lot of need to do that. So I'm going to very gently slide these parts out of the way for now. Move this little bin into place, because this is going to be my wash basin. Where's my toothbrush? There's my toothbrush. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually use some LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner. Highly diluted, just in water. And I'm just going to brush this on real quick, and then brush it off or go rinse it off. You know, if this gets too boring to watch, then, you know, feel free to turn off the video. It's not the most exciting thing to see happen here. But this is how I'm choosing to clean this head. I just have to recall that the pushrod seats are still in these heads. I've actually got a different cleaner that I might try also. You can see, maybe you can see all the gunk. That's basically just oil. Residual oil that's coming off. And this is an extra soft bristle brush. I need to go grab my alcohol. So I'm going to rinse this with alcohol and then just let it air dry. In fact, I may just dunk it, get another one of these bins and just dunk it in alcohol. In fact, what I might do is get one of these bins, put some alcohol in it and put all these parts in it. Just let them soak in alcohol. It should take the oil residue off, and then I can re-oil them with fresh oil. Alright, I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to pause the video and go get my alcohol. Okay, I got my little dish of alcohol here. Just drop this in there. Yeah, those two little pushrod seals came right out, so I'm going to grab those. Drop these springs and valve keepers in here too. Actually, I could just drop those in the LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner. They're not gonna, as far as I can tell, steel parts are completely unaffected by the discoloring effects of LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner. It's only aluminum over time. So now I've got those in there. I think I'm going to do probably all these heads just like this by hand, just clean them. I've got another cleaner that I'm probably going to pause the video on and go grab the head number 2 and do this same thing with and see if there's a this was basically where I saw the most buildup of stuff, and that would probably be where I would use this other cleaner that I'll go and show you here in a second. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit and dry. I'm going to pause the video here for a bit.